Welcome back to Farm and Hammer, everyone. In today's video, we're going to be moving one of the bigger groups of fall calving cows, beef cows, of course. But before we do that, I have some things with the pigs that I have to get done before we can move the cows into this field. So, you might be able to hear this cat behind me. This was the mother to the kittens, and just an update on the kittens. I should have gotten a video of them in the last couple weeks, but let's see, how many were there? I think there were 4. All of them found homes at least. One guy came and got one, I think, and then the other guy came and got the rest. So they did find homes. Hopefully they were good homes. And she is back to putting on weight because she was looking pretty sad there for a while. Everything she ate was just turning into milk. So, and guys, as you know, the pigs are now on a single strand of electric fence wire, which means all of this Premier One netting that we use for the pigs, it's all been pulled, and it's time to roll it up and store it in the barn until next year or whenever we have another use for it. Pigs are ready to eat this morning. If you hear mooing behind me, that would be the big group of cows we're going to move here in a second. First, they have to get moved over to this field, and then we'll move them into here. I'll talk more about that in a second, but I'm going to feed these guys and then get some more electric fence. But because we're moving the cows into this pasture here, this pasture is about 6 acres with this pond here. Anyway, because we put this fence here for the pigs, I'm going to put a gate up here at the top, so that'll keep the cows locked in here. Otherwise, the cows would be able to go to the other side of these woods, and there's another 20 acres out there. So it splits up a bigger field, letting us rotate and hopefully give this piece of property a little more rest rather than just putting the whole 150 head on all 40 acres. That's the plan, but because the pigs are in here, the issue is I can't have the cows stepping over the short wire. As I mentioned, we just have one wire keeping these pigs in, which is this bottom wire. This side we're fine because this is tall enough for cows, the top wire. But everywhere else we only have one wire, and it's about a foot off the ground. So I'm gonna have to string a second wire cow height all the way around just so the cows don't step over the fence, mess up the fence, or let the pigs out. So that's the plan. While the pigs are distracted eating, I'm gonna shut the fence off and get it strong. And guys, we're about to get some rain today. We've been getting rain about every 4 or 5 days now, which is great. Midsummer, August, when it's super hot, we are lucky to get any rain we can get. Like I said, the pastures are really reflecting that. Most of the time in August, things are all drying up and turning brown, but as you can see, everything is growing just fine. They haven't had pasture this good since spring, so they'll be happy to move over. It's been right at 1 week since they were moved into here, and you can see the difference. This looked like this 7 days ago, and pigs have pretty well cleared it with minimal rooting, a little bit here and there, but once again, it's not very deep. So anyway, now it's time to move some cows and check some cows, and I'll show you guys the rented bull as well. As you can tell, they know what's going on. Not giving them any feed or anything. As I mentioned before, these beef cows never get any grain. After they're weaned, they're all on their own. And these were all raised here on our place, so yeah, they've been doing these moves for a long time, and you know exactly what's going on, so I won't keep them waiting any longer. I will open the gate, and they're probably not going to graze much because it's hot out, and they're probably just going to head straight for the shade. But if it was cooler or early in the morning before they've done their major grazing time, they would definitely start grazing right away. But I have a feeling they're going to go straight to the shade. You ready to move? And the older, slow ones are in the back. She's a little crippled. We'll keep an eye on her. And these other ones are just old, I think. But they're grazing a little bit. That's a first-time heifer. She's got her first calf on her, born in the spring. Yeah, the skinnier, lankier ones, those would be the first-time heifers that have just calved in the spring. So, yeah, cows are all headed off to water and shade, grazing a little bit as they go. But you guys may have seen the Holstein cow. She's actually in here. I will give you a closer look at her. You haven't seen her in a while. She hasn't been getting grain since she's been moved in with the beef herd, or one of the beef herds, and I will show you her calves. They're still alive and well, but I know you guys haven't seen them in a while. This pasture has a lot of Bermuda grass and fescue with about, I don't know, 10% clover in it. So this portion doesn't have clover, but over towards the pond there's a lot of clover. So here's a Holstein nurse cow. As you can tell, she's not in terrible shape, and she's just been on grass. She's obviously not producing a whole lot of milk now, but here's one of her calves, which we did band when he was little, but it looks like either the band broke or something went wrong, because he's still got a pair there. But he is growing quite a bit more than I expected. He was part Jersey, so I didn't expect him to grow a whole lot. But compared to the other beef, which I don't see any hardly, there's one there, but compared to the other beef calves, he's almost caught up. So, and there's a first-time heifer. She is not calved. She is due to calve this fall. So we've got about 15 to 20 heifers that are bred right now. That'll be calving here in a couple weeks, and the other 80 head, which are all of our dry cows in this group, they should all start calving beginning of September, and most will probably calve in October. Actually, here's another look at some of the beef calves. All these calves here are out of first-time heifers. These calves were born in the spring, which I showed you guys a video then. For being out of heifers, they don't look terrible, and they're also out of that Angus bull that we didn't have luck with on my dairy cross heifers, but we got all these heifers bred in here. For those of you wondering why this pasture isn't well manicured and why the weeds are out of control, this is one of the fields I was planning on combining, but as you guys know, the combine broke down, so this didn't get combined, so it was really mature, and we put the cows in here once. They ate most of it down, of course. They didn't eat any of the weeds, but it's had about 40 days to recover, and the cows are back on it. But after they're done grazing this time around, we're gonna take the bush hog in here. We're gonna let this stuff get a little bit more mature. And right when it's about to put a seed head out, that's when we will bush hog it pretty low, and that will hopefully minimize a lot of the weeds. A lot of them will come back, but hopefully they won't put out a seed until frost, and then they'll die and not even get any seeds out. But yeah, I'm excited. Calving season is right around the corner, and these cows, None of them are really showing yet, but they're getting close. And for those of you wondering where the bull is, whenever we moved these cows a couple days ago, we kept back all of the crippled cows. Once again, they're the last to come through the gate, so it's an easy separation. And then the bull we rented, as you guys know, he's wild, and so we kept him back too. He was easy to separate because he was afraid of us. So the rest of the cows walked through the gate. We just stood by the gate, and he stayed behind. So as you can tell, these cows, they have either a bad foot or they're super old. This cow is probably dealing with fescue toxicosis. That's why her front leg's bothering her. These are all going to go to the vet, and we're going to try to get them fixed up. And the bull, he's there, also wild. But he has put on a lot of weight. He wasn't on pasture when we got him. The guys that rent out a couple hundred bulls every year, they just keep him in a corral, feed him hay. So when we put him out on pasture with the cows, he really flourished and put on a lot of weight. But anyway, we've got our old and crippled cows here in the back. And like I said, they're going to the vet as soon as they have an opening for us, and we'll get them fixed up, and hopefully they'll be better before calving season. If not, we'll really have to baby them to get them to raise a calf. But we'll do whatever we can. It's this close to calving season, no reason to sell them now. If we can get another calf out and help them raise them, we'll be good to go. And before I go, I did want to ask, a couple of you have mentioned if I had a PO box so that you could send me something, or I don't know what it was. I know one guy had custom wallets and stuff and wanted to send me one, kind of, I guess, for advertising purposes. And so yeah, if there's an interest in that, if you guys have a small business or something and you're struggling right now with the whole coronavirus thing, if you guys want some free advertising or want to send me something, hat or something for your business, I'll wear it in my videos. If you guys want a PO box, let me know. Like I said, there are a couple people that have been asking me to do this for a while now, and I just want to make sure the interest is there before I go ahead and pay for it. So anyway, just let me know down in the comments below if you guys want me to get a PO box, and once a month I'll do kind of a mail time thing and show off all of your guys' stuff. Like I said, if you send me a hat or whatever, I'll wear it in a video, no problem. So anyway, with that being said, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.